Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video. We're going to talk about Michonne's character and ranking all of her seasons from worst to best. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe, and in today's video, we're going to be doing another video. This one's another ranking video. This one, we're going to talk about Michonne from the Walking Dead and ranking all of her seasons from worst to best. Now, obviously, this is following up with the Rick Grimes video that we did about a week ago, so definitely go ahead and check that one out if you want to see it as well, too. We're going to kind of do this sporadically throughout the break, just kind of here and there, you know what I'm saying, until Daryl Dixon. It's a good talking point, and I know some of you guys really want to see one for Michonne, so I was like, alright, we did one for Rick, we're going to do one for Michonne now too. So I'll probably at least do all the season 1 characters, like maybe Morgan, Daryl, Carol, you know what I'm saying, over the next little bit. So that'll be fun as well. But let's get into this. So obviously she does appear at the end of season 11, but we're not going to count that because that's it's, you know, one scene and it's a speech at most. So season 11 we're not going to count. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into this. I'm probably going to slam y'all with one of the biggest throw-offs of all time. Number 9, the worst season of Michonne, in my opinion, is The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. Now, you may ask, Dan, why is that Michonne's worst season? She finds Rick, they escape together, they do all this stuff. How is that one of Michonne's weakest seasons? How is it her weakest season in general? And here's what I'd say about it. I don't think I've ever cringed at Michonne in all my life. And I did in that season. I did. Episode 5 and episode 6 in particular. Episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, she's pretty good, you know what I'm saying? She's what she needs to be. Episode 5, though, and episode 6, oh my god. I don't know what the hell scripts they gave her or what they told her to do, but the lovey-dovey stuff with Rick and the whole love doesn't die, you know? It's like, damn, man. I mean, you couldn't get any more cringe. I mean, seriously. And I've never said that about Michonne, so I have to put that as my least favorite. Hands down. It's awful. Goes to show you how good of a character she is, that's her weakest season, and it's just a few cringe moments, but still, I mean, what the hell were they doing with her? Seriously, especially in 1B? Dear God, man, honestly. Okay, now number 8 is then going to go to season 10. Now this one's the second worst. This one's really stupid. I mean, the entire plot that she has this season, like I said, it's not bad to a point where it's like, you know, like mind-numbing. But the reason why it's my second least favorite is because this whole Virgil thing and her leaving her kids to go with this random guy that she's never met before felt very plot convenient for her to exit the show. Not to mention, I will also say this as well. Virgil drugging her, that whole plot, her imagining herself as Negan's right-hand man and stuff, never worked for me. It never worked, and it never made any sense, honestly. It's really bad. Number 7 is then going to be season 9. Now, season 9 for Michonne is an okay season, I'd say. I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of what they do with her this season, like the whole scars thing, the kids. The episode was really cringeworthy for me. I never liked that episode. I know some people do, and that's totally fine, but I never enjoyed 9-14. I never did. And I don't like how Michonne cuts off the other communities. That's very against her character, in my opinion. I understand the motivation why. I understand that Jocelyn messed her up, but if anything, I think that would have bonded everybody closer together because they realized that they got to stick together through troubled times like this, you know? But Michonne just cut everybody off, you know? So, I don't know, it was a little against her character. It was a little much, I'd say, but her character wasn't bad this season, but she wasn't that great either, I have to admit. She was kind of driving me nuts at certain times. Now, next up is Season 8. Now, Season 8, I would say, this season for her is also, like, it's decent, but I think my big problem with her this season is that all she really does is just try to get Rick to read Carl's letter, which is kind of, like, it's okay, but I'll say, like, yeah, no, like, she doesn't really do that much this season. Like, she kind of just tries to get Rick to get to Carl's letter. She's barely in the first half, you know what I'm saying? I liked her final moments with Carl, though, I'll say that was nice. And I liked some of the stuff, like her and Rosita's tag team in the first half was pretty cool. But that's about it. Aside from that, she's kind of an NPC this season. I hate to say it. Now, the next up is Season 7. Now, season 7, Michonne this is when we start getting into her better seasons here. I really like Michonne in season 7. She's really strong. She doesn't give up, even when, I would say we have some of our characters that are kind of like, oh yeah, we need to stay and kind of abide by Negan's rules, and we need to do this, we need to do that. Michonne never agrees with that, and I like that. And she learns how to shoot this season. She has that fight with that one garbage lady, which I thought was really good. And overall, I think Michonne was good this season. She was a little cringe in 7-12 with Rick, I'm not gonna lie. That was a little, but it was good though. She was good this season. I liked what they did with her, and it was, good stuff. Next up is season 3. Now, season 3 is a badass season for Michonne. She knows right away that the governor is full of crap. She knows that right away. She loses Andrea, her only friend she has in the apocalypse, to an idiot, like the governor. And then on top of that, she bonds with Rick's group. She gets introduced to them. Is a huge asset for them. We got an episode where she fights Merle. There's a whole bunch of great stuff. She takes out the governor's eye. I mean, she really is a force to be reckoned with that season, I will say. Next up is season 5. Now, season 5 is a great season for Michonne. I really like Michonne in season 5. I like that she's kind of the moral compass mixed with the badass, you know what I'm saying? Like, she kind of knows that our characters are struggling out there in the world. She knows that, something needs to be different, otherwise they're going to die out there. And she tries her best to make Alexandria work, no matter what. Even when Rick doesn't agree with it. She actually puts Rick in his place a few times this season, which I think is good. I think that's what Rick needed. And I think that it was a well-done arc for her this season. I really enjoyed what they did with her. She always kind of was doing something. She always had something to do, and I thought she was really good in season 5. Yeah, really entertaining character that season. All right, so the next one is season 6. Now, season 6 is a great season for Michonne. This one's awesome because she finally gets with Rick, which I thought was awesome. You get her relationship with Carl, which I thought was really strong that season, that kind of mother, son type of relationship. And I liked what they did with her in No Way Out. I liked how she was so resilient to save Carl's life. I liked a lot of what they did with her kind of throughout, like, in the first episode, some of the, episodes kind of throughout, I thought she was a really prominent character. And I liked, kind of the overall kind of, teamwork she had, when she was trying to get Scott and Heath and all the rest of them out of there in episode 3, and she's waiting for Glenn, and Glenn won't return, and she literally watches most of the Alexandrians kind of just die on the journey home, which I thought was really crazy. A really good season for Michonne, I have to say, really good. But my favorite season for Michonne, my all-time favorite season for her, is going to go to season 4. Season 4, I have to tell you, they really gave us a whole other extreme of her character. She kills the governor, which is an automatic W. One of her best scenes of the show is when she saves Rick and kills the governor. Second off, we got a whole bunch of backstory with her and her fiance and all that stuff, and her kid and how she lost her child and stuff like that. Learning about Mike and Terry and stuff like that, really awesome. And again, she really bonded with Rick and Carl because most of the second half of that season, it was just them together, right? So that was awesome as well, too. I liked seeing her develop more as just a normal character instead of in season 3 where it felt like she was an outsider. This season, she's just part of the group, and I really liked that. I thought that was good. So, yeah, that's her best season. They gave her a lot of development. They gave her a lot of screen time, and I thought it worked. I think that's the season why people love Michonne so much. I mean, yeah, season 3, she's great, but season 4 is when you could understand why she's a great character. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Michonne is a really fantastic character. Like I said, the only seasons I'd say that I'm not so big on her with is her last 2 seasons on The Walking Dead, season 9 and season 10, and then Ones Who Live, I would say, was it was fine to start, but the reason why it's her weakest is because I actually cringed at Michonne in the second half of season 1. I really did. So, yeah, that's my thoughts overall. What do you guys think about Michonne's character? What are your favorite seasons for her as a character? Post that down below. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click to subscribe and tune in to any other videos of The Walking Dead. Be sure to follow me at Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.